Okay, so sige, ganitohin na lang natin pa. Simplihan natin na meron tayong tinatawag na principle in taxation with respect to interest expense no, as allowable deduction. Tinatawag nating tax arbitrage rule. So ano itong tax arbitrage rule? So this reduces the allowable deduction for interest expenses by 42% no, of the interest income subjected to final tax. Okay? Kasi yung reason yan is, yung sinabi ko kanina na para maiwasan yung, kasi baka mag-overclaim ka ng interest expense, di ba? Kasi kapag nag-loan ka, pwede mong i-claim yun as interest expense. Pero it turned out na marami ka palang cash. Bakit ka nag-loan? Nakuha nyo? So para maiwasan yun, meron tayong tinatawag na tax arbitrage rule para ma-regulate yung ganyang mga transactions. Kasi parang fraudulent siya, di ba? In a way. So, how does this work? No? Itong tax arbitrage rule. Kunyari, meron kang interest expense na 100,000. Ito yung interest expense mo for the year, 100,000 pesos. Meron ka ding interest income from your bank deposits. Let us say yung interest income mo, 60,000 pesos. So, magkano ngayon ang pwedeng i-allow as deduction? Kung wala kang interest income, pwedeng yung lahat ng 100,000 pesos na interest expense, you can claim that as an allowable deduction entirely, provided na meet yung lahat ng requisites. Pero kapag meron kang interest income, just like in this particular case, hindi mo makiklaim yung 100,000 pesos as an allowable deduction in its entirety. Kasi sabi ng tax arbitrage rule, ililess natin yung 42% ng interest income from the interest expense. So, paano yon? Paano natin i-illustrate? So, ganito, kunyari. So, i-multiply natin to ng 42%. So, magkano yung 42% ng 60,000, Ms. De Valieres? Magkano yung 42% ng 60,000? Sana si Ms. De Valieres. I can't hear you. Can you make your voice louder, please? 25,200. Okay. So, 25,200. Ima-minus natin yan sa 100,000. So, yung allowable interest expense natin is only 74,800. So, ito lang yung allowable interest expense based on the tax arbitrage rule. Okay, remember this rule. This usually comes out, no? In the examination.
Attorney, excuse me
Yes.
po. Na ako'y question, attorney ba? Kanang required ba siya, attorney, na same bank ka nagka-interest expense o income, or murag total amount na sa imo interest expense o total amount sa interest?
Total siya.
Thank you, attorney.
Wala man siya naingon ko diri nga same na ano, general lang. So therefore, total ang iyahang kuan computation.
Thank you, attorney.
Okay, so exceptions to the rule, which means that no deduction shall be allowed no, in respect of interest under the succeeding subparagraphs. Letter A, if within the taxable year, an individual taxpayer reporting income on the cash basis.
Attorney,
Yes.
kanang sa tax arbitrage rule gani attorney 42% jud na siya attorney or subject to amendment sa kuan attorney kung naay mga amendment sa like naay mga memorandum circular na po na-issue, mag-change ba na siya or constant na gano'ng 42%?
Yung 42%, provided yan ng law. So, it cannot be changed by memorandum circulars. So, depende lang sa law. Dati, 33% yan, but with the train law, it was changed to 42%. So, kapag mag-change na naman yung law, tingnan na natin kung ano na naman yung bagong rate. Pwede siyang mag-change, but not through hindi through a memorandum circular, but only by enactment of a law.
Thank you, attorney.
Yes. Okay, so we have exceptions to the rule no na hindi allowed yung deduction ng interest. Sana tayo, if within the taxable year an individual taxpayer reporting income on the cash basis incurs an indebtedness on which an interest is paid in advance through discount or otherwise, provided that such interest shall be allowed as deduction the year the indebtedness is paid. Okay. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Meron kasing mga loans na advance yung payment of interest. Paano ba yung advance payment ng interest? Yung dinideduct siya sa proceeds of the loan. So, ang matatanggap mo na lang is net of interest. So, kapag ganun, and if you are using a cash basis accounting, ano yung cash basis accounting? Ang ibig sabihin niyan is, yung recording mo ng transaction is depende kung nag-in ka ng cash, naka-receive ka ng cash, at saka naka-out ka ng cash. Or naka-used ka ng cash. Kasi yung opposite ng cash basis kasi, ito explain natin. Dalawa kasi yung basis ng accounting. Cash basis versus accrual basis, no? So, cash basis and accrual basis, di ba? Kapag sinasabing cash basis, meaning yung transaction mo depends lang on the inflow and outflow of cash. So, inflow, cash. Yan lang yung basis ng recording mo. But with accrual basis, gaya ng sabi natin kanina, pwedeng na-incur mo lang yung expense. It doesn't mean na na-paid mo. So, kahit na hindi po pa siya nabayaran in cash, i-record na natin siya as expense. For as long as nagamit mo yung expense within the taxable year. Or kung income naman, kahit na hindi mo na-receive yung cash, for as long as nakabenta ka na, kasi di ba may mga utang, kahit inutang yan, or basta nakabenta ka na, you will already record a sale. Although, hindi mo pa na-receive yung cash. Yan yung accrual basis. Meaning to say, we record transactions when they happen. Okay? Nire-record natin yung transaction kapag nangyari yung transaction. Hindi kung kailan natin na-receive yung pera. Okay? Or kung kailan tayo nagpalabas ng pera. Yan yung accrual basis. Now, let's go back to the exceptions to the rule on interest expense. So, kapag daw ikaw ay nagre-report ng income on a cash basis, meaning to say, yung transaction mo, nire-record mo lang kapag merong lumabas na pera at meron kang natanggap na pera. Tama? At kapag ikaw daw ay nangutang at ang utang mo ay yung interest ng utang na yan is paid in advance through discount or otherwise, meaning to say, hindi mo babayaran yung utang on a monthly basis or on whatever basis. Basta pag receive mo sa amount ng loan, deducted na kaagad yung utang. Regardless kung kailan mo babayaran or whatever, basta bayad na yung deducted na yung interest rather. Okay? Yan yung advance, no? Paid in advance through discount or otherwise. So, ganito. Kapag ganyan daw ang nangyari, you are not allowed to deduct yung interest expense. Illustrate natin ha. Like for example, nag-utang ka ng ginagmay lang sa tano kay loan 100,000. Let us say yung 100,000 na yan, subject yan sa 6% interest per annum. So meaning to say, merong interest yan na 6,000. So meron kang loan no, may interest na 6,000. Kapag paid in advance yan, ibig sabihin, hindi mo matatanggap yung whole 100,000 upon release of the loan. Ang matatanggap mo lang is net proceeds mo 94,000 kasi the interest was paid in advance. Okay? Yan yung simple illustration natin. The interest was paid in advance. So, ito lang yung matatanggap mo. Kasi yung iba, di ba, kapag nag-loan, yung dinideduct lang nila ay service fee lang, yung ganun lang. Pero here, yung example natin dito, yung interest daw paid in advance. Bayad na siya in advance. So, sabi ng batas, you cannot deduct the interest expense of 6,000 entirely in the year of indebtedness. Let us say, nag-utang ka 2021 na. So, you cannot deduct the 6,000 in 2021. Kailan mo i-deduct yung 6,000? Ang sabi ng rule, such interest shall be allowed as a deduction in the year the indebtedness is paid. So, kung kailan mo mabayaran yung entire loan, dyan pa na time mo i-record as an allowable deduction yung interest expense. Okay? Nakuha nyo? Nakuha? Thumbs up kung nakuha. Okay, so. So kung periodic amortization yan, meaning monthly yung amortization, or kapag sinasabing periodic, it doesn't mean monthly lang ha, pwedeng quarterly, basta merong period siya, no? Hindi siya one time lump sum payment, okay? So kung periodic amortization yan, yung amount ng interest, i-divide din natin yan, okay? I-divide din natin yan, no? Kung kailan siya nag-due, okay? Letter B, if both the taxpayer and the person to whom the payment has been made or is to be made are persons specified under Section 36B or yung tinatawag natin na transactions with relatives. Section 36B. Puntahan yung Section 36B. Okay? So, di ba, kapag yung loan daw is between relatives, no? Like, between members of a family, yang sa, between an individual and a corporation, more than 50% in value of the outstanding stock of which is owned directly or indirectly by or for such individual, between two corporations, more than 50%. Anong tawag natin dito? Tawag natin dito ay, ano nga tawag nito ay? Kalimutan ko yung tawag, yung ano, summary nito. Okay, this third paragraph, ito yung example natin kanina na kapag bumili ka ng car and mortgage siya na car, so you have the option actually to claim the interest expense, no, as an allowable deduction. Or pwede mo siyang i-treat as a capital expenditure, like you will deduct the entire amount of the car from your gross income. Pero the usual practice is dinideduct yung monthly amortization, no, from the gross income instead of deducting the entire amount of the vehicle. So meron kang choice. So, do you have questions for expenses and interest? We will not continue na for taxes, ha, kasi masyadong complicated, no, yung topics, and I want you to absorb, no, everything that we have discussed tonight before proceeding to other kinds of allowable deductions. So if you have any question or any clarification, then just raise it before we end our class. Meron pa ba?